How's everybody doing? This is my review of Survivor Season 42, Episode 1. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the previous season, Season 41. That was a disaster. I did not like all the race baiting, and it was just nonsense. Like, I get it. People are going to form alliances based on silly reasons, such as, they form alliances based on gender, then why not race? But it was just the oddest group of people to put together. First of all, most of them were way too emotional. They all wanted to make their own moves and do their own thing. And for them working together, doing entirely different plays that sort of contradict each other. And plus, they didn't want to be tied together because the mistakes that one of them was making is going to inflict damage on the rest of their games. And there was one guy in that whole group that was he was kind of all right. He tried to be very mature and he was very quiet, but he was way too passive. He never really took charge, and he just kind of let the group collapse based on other more stronger voices, kind of derail the game. But I'm only talking about it because they made a whole big thing about doing it for the culture. And as a Black man, I just God, I can't. I like competition. I like to see people compete, and I just don't like that kind of nonsense. They're just terrible representations for anybody. I don't even know why they thought they would be the ones to represent Black people, and I didn't want any either of them to win. And next we have the actual winner, which I think shouldn't have won. Xander, that guy competed his ass off. He did what he had to do, and he was robbed at the end because people didn't think his social game was tight enough. His social game was adequate, and he was winning competitions just all around. His game was better. It just didn't make sense. That I think people they just had an agenda in that season, and they wanted to push that, and that's why they gave it to a female winner over him, simply because they wanted just a woman to win that season, and they just came up with arbitrary reasons why she should have won. Just complete nonsense. Anyways, on to this season. Not very memorable, I gotta say, but it is the first episode. The characters are gonna develop a little bit later on. We're gonna see what we're dealing with. First, I want to mention this season, overrepresentation of the LGBTQ, bunch of other letters community. Way too many feminine men. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think there was only two, actually, like maybe three masculine men, and one of them is a trans man. It's just I can't with the season. I'm just not looking. I don't even know who to root for. They're all so terrible. Give you a little picture right there. Now this guy over here, I don't know what he's doing. His game, he's a stay-at-home dad, by the way. Let that sink in. He's a stay-at-home dad. And he doesn't know how to talk to people. He just sort of barks at them, and just, yeah, he's not gonna last very long in this game. She the blonde girl right here, she's a therapist. Came right out the bat trying to like pretend to be people's friend and try to like adapt her personality based on who she's talking to, that's not going to last very long. Her game is going to fall apart. Um, Here, the black woman right here, very strong uh, in this game. I think she's playing pretty well. She used to be a, what was it? What was her backstory? She was a sprinter or something like that. And I think she said she was like half blind, something. I don't know. I don't really care for her story, but she's a good player. I think I might root for her. I don't know. And this guy, this skinny guy over here, no, just no. Shouldn't be in the game. No. It's like more and more Survivor seasons are just fanboys and fangirls getting to participate in the show, and they're just the worst group of people to ever be put in a competition. And he's pretty good. I think he's playing well. He has a good social play going there. I think he has a little uh, I think he has a final two with this guy, the skinny guy over here. I think they call it the Skinny Guys Alliance, and he also started an alliance with that guy, the I think three people, the black woman, the black guy, and I think also this girl over here. But we'll see. We'll see how it, you know, how it goes. It's just an introduction to the characters, I guess. The first episode, that's what I'm gonna have to consider it. I don't even honestly remember their tribe names, to be real with you, but I guess I'll figure it out in future episodes. This woman, I don't remember anything about her. And this right here is a trans man. I think it's just Jackie. Funny enough, got kicked out of the show because he didn't mention that he was on lithium, and when the side effects increase if you are like dehydrated and starving or whatever, and obviously you can't do that. I think he only mentioned it like the day before filming, so they had to kick him out of the show because the side effects just too much for him to be kept in the game. It would just be bad for his health. And I don't think she did anything. Not that I can remember. This girl always smiling, happy. Yeah, I don't know. Not much personality, just a noise. If I get any impression of this girl right here, is just a noise. He hasn't done much either. But this is the only big dude in the competition. I think he said he had a world record for weighted pull-ups or something like that. I'd like to see strong competitors, people that are actually physically fit, who show up to a competition that's going to be physical and they actually get in shape. They're in shape for it. I like that. I like seeing that. That means you're prepared and you know what the challenges ahead are going to be, and you're ready for it. But God, I don't know why they keep bringing out of shape people on Survivor. It's just the most ridiculous thing. Not even just bringing them. Why do these people actually show up out of shape? You're going to win money. Getting in shape, it's basically your job at this point. You're working for money. I guess I'm just ranted at this point. Just disappointed. And those groups of people are the different tribes, by the way. I don't know the name of them. I don't think I'm ever going to remember them. I've mentioned before that I'm bad at names. It's not that I'm bad with names. I just don't take the opportunity to remember the names at all. I just don't find names interesting. The most interesting thing about a person is not their name. Hold on. Couldn't get a freeze frame on the other groups. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. Oh God. Nope. Hold on. There's one more tribe, but I didn't. Damn. Almost had it. All right, there we go. All right, the last tribe is this group of people here. This girl, believe she should be pretty good with puzzles. I think she's an engineer or something like that. No memory of this person. I don't know what she did in this game, but it's probably not much. I don't know who's behind her, but I don't remember them either. He's pretty good. He's getting a pretty good head start. There was a point in well, I'll talk about that later, but he's pretty good. This guy over here, former firefighter, 57 years old. I think he's like the oldest person in the game, and he's in better shape than most of these people. I mean, like overwhelming, like 99% of the other people, he's in better shape than them. That's insane. He's 57. This guy dislocated his shoulder on the first comp. Just absolutely weak. All right. See, get a explanation. The first competition. Oh boy. Right. They had to like collect, they had to race to collect paddles. See, we get a good freeze frame. There we go. There we go. They had to race to collect paddles. These are the first three to go. This guy in the middle there that dislocated his shoulder in this competition, by the way, when he ran back with the paddles, just dived into the dirt and idiots. He was worried because this guy is bigger than him. But when they actually start racing, guess what? He was dead last. She beat him and he beat him. Just an absolute sorry excuse for a human being. I just don't get it. Like, why would you show up to a competition and not be in shape for it? Like, why would you do that? Like, who just wants to get by in life? Why wouldn't you want to be good at something? Why wouldn't you want to be prepared for it? It's just ridiculous. Oh God. Then we have this. Hold on. No. Okay, so we had three people. So it was like a relay race to get the paddles. There was a bunch of different paddles. I think there was like a pair of paddles for each person. And these three from different tribes that they ran to get the paddles, but it was behind here. And when they got there, there was a note that said, wait till all three players arrive. And when they all arrived, they read the note, and it was basically an advantage. They can all take the advantage and keep it a secret. If they all agree, they can all take the advantage and keep it a secret just between those three. And yeah, they decided to take the advantage. But the actual advantage says that it it has very little power when it's separated in three. But if for say they were to vote each other out, if one person remains, I think the advantage becomes an idle. And if there's two people, it's like an extra vote or something. And three, I can't remember what when there's three of them in the game. It was very weak when there's three of them in the game. So So, but they chose to get it. I would have done the same thing. It's an easy alliance cross tribes, and you get an advantage. So why not? But in order to cover up the fact that they took the advantage, there was a bunch of bowls on the side there where they had to, like, where one was filled with dirt and another one was filled with blood, fake blood. And they decided to cover themselves in dirt to like make it look like they were struggling. I get that. But then they actually try to use the blood to cover themselves. And they're like, they put just as much dirt on themselves as fake blood. I was like, why would anyone believe you? Because listen, the dirt, people are not going to question it that much. They're going to be like, oh my God, what happened? But if you cover yourself with fake blood, people are going to worry. People are going to be concerned. They're going to be, what the hell is wrong? What happened? Because they think you're hurt and you're bleeding. That is the single stupidest thing I've ever seen anyone do. They covered themselves in fake blood and people were like, oh my God, why are you bleeding so much? This is not okay. I'm like, oh my God, why would you do that? But they got the advantage. They got away with their idiotic ruse. All right, after they collect the oars, they then have to row their boat out to sea and then collect some packages, I think, some sticks, some bundles of sticks. I don't know the name for a bundle of sticks. And if I did, I wouldn't say it. They have to collect these sticks from these wooden little outposts out in sea. All right, after they collect them, then they have to row back to shore and then tie those sticks together. Oops, hold on. There we go. You have to tie the sticks together right there in order to collect a flint. There's a flint over here on this wooden post. And the ones to win, I believe, was damn, I don't even know the tribe colors, to be honest with you. Was that orange? Are those guys orange? Okay, so then I think the blue one. Hold on. I think they're blue. Yes, they look like their thing is blue. Their buff is blue. These guys, these were the ones that won. This blue group right here. And then the green ones, I think they were like dead last or something. No, they were second. The orange group was the first ones to finish. But they were the first ones to get their boats back to shore. They had a huge lead, but the woman that was that I just showed earlier, she she shit the bed and cost them the game. But the ones to win the flint was here, that blue team right there, with this guy that has a terrible social game and he's not going to get very far. All right. So that's that competition. They do a lot of just talking about their own personal stories. Like the dude that dislocated his shoulder, he talked about having leukemia, I believe, when he was 15. So he had to go through, therapy and all, he had to, not therapy, treatment when he was a kid, and that's when he got into watching Survivor, and he wanted to be on the show for kids with cancer that's possibly watching the show. It's all very emotional and yada yada. It's like I don't know. I'm just not excited about these characters. Hopefully later on they're gonna do something impressive, but for now I'm just over them already. Go. And this guy, for some reason, I don't know if you've ever watched the show. He thought it was a good idea to start barking orders at people and telling them to come, telling them what to do to build the shelter. I get it. You're frustrated. You're all working hard. You got to build a shelter, but that's not the main part of the game, buddy. I would rather just rough it without a shelter, just so I don't have to, you know, get on other people's nerves. I don't mind. And if I don't have a shelter, they don't have a shelter either. You know, if a bunch of you are uncomfortable, it's a great time to build bonds with people. Talk to them. If they're uncomfortable, they're going to talk a lot more. And it's going to be harder for them to lie when they're uncomfortable. So just me. So I would have done. A couple of them went out and tried to look for idols. I think that blonde therapist girl, she got she got caught. They noticed she was out for a long time, and people started talking about the fact that she might have idols. Oh God. This is a little campfire moment right here where Jackson, I believe, the trans man, talk about his personal story, coming out to his family and how they didn't accept him, and then his mom was dying, and you know, emotional stuff. These people, man, just a group of misfits. Like, how a majority of these contestants are people that you would never, like, if you were picking teams, they would be the last one chosen. How do you have like 80% of your cast just people that would get picked last? That's just insane. And it's going to be a physical, grueling competition. But I would say this: the advantage for those smaller people is that with less food, they're not going to deteriorate as fast. Especially that big dude that looks like a freaking bodybuilder. He's not going to get enough food. He's going to be tired. He's going to be angry. Like, that is not good. It's not a good move to be a big person in Survivor, because you're just not going to have enough food unless you want to spend most of your time like hunting and trying to actually acquire food. It's just not going to work to your advantage being a big person. Just saying. The longer you're in the game, the more you're going to feel it. Like, because even in the first competition, he was killing it. He was really helping his team. He's still strong because he already ate and he's full of energy. But as you go down the line, start feeling that dehydration coming, start feeling that food deprivation. You're gonna be losing weight. You're gonna be losing muscle mass. It's not gonna be good. And especially if you try to feed yourself and just get food for yourself, the tribe is gonna be mad at you because you're not sharing food with them. It's just not a good look. I think there was another thing where they had to choose people. They had to choose one person from each tribe to get on a boat. And where is it? Okay. This here. Here's the point where he has to explain to the tribe why he's getting removed because of his little druggy, you know how it is. Drug side effect. Oh, damn it, I skipped it. But there it is. There was like a dilemma or something. Damn it, what is it? Okay, there we go. All right, these three ladies right here, they were the ones chosen from their tribe to get on the boat. And then they took a little hike through the woods, up this mountain, through the woods. And when they got here, they had to each go three separate ways. When they got there, they had to make a decision. It's basically a wheel that says that you can risk your vote or protect your vote. If all three people choose to risk their vote, none of them have a vote. And if they all choose to protect their votes are safe, but none of them win anything. But if, say, one choose to risk and the other two choose to protect or something like that, then the person that chooses to risk gets an extra vote. So what happens is these two ladies, two Black women right here, they choose to risk their vote, and the Asian woman chose to protect her vote, which means these two are getting an extra vote when they get to tribal. All right, but they don't know that yet. They haven't been to tribal, but they're gonna get an extra vote because even when she was talking about it, she was like, I believe those two are probably gonna choose to risk it. And then she chose to protect her vote just to be safe. But I mean, they get an extra vote because of it. So, I mean, understandably, she was in a tough position because if she believed those two are going to risk it, she can't also risk it because then you get nothing. You lose your vote. So it was a smart move, but she was in an awkward position. If it was me, I would have immediately choose to risk my vote. I wouldn't even think about it. But then if I was in her position, I would just add to those three and then I would have no vote. But it's just me. So far, I believe the Black woman, I think she has two advantages now, because I believe she has the advantage from those from that group, that first three that when they were running for the oars and they had to cover themselves in mud and blood and whatever. She got that advantage, that three-part advantage, where if she takes out the other three, her advantage becomes an immunity idol, and if there's only two, then it becomes an extra vote. She has that advantage, and now she has that extra vote from this little getaway here. So that's what I said. She's playing it pretty good, and plus she's strong in competitions too. She's physically fit, and yeah, I'm gonna have to start rooting for her because she's looking good. She has two advantages. Her social game is pretty good. A lot of people trust her, and they're on her side. And yeah, just that's the only standout player for me right now, is her. All right. After that, we come to I think the safety challenge, or I don't know what they call it, but it's another boat trip. Right. This challenge right here, where they had to get out on the boat and then collect these boxes. You can barely see it, but these little blue chests that was out on platforms in different areas around the water. They had to collect them and then take them ashore. And then when they take them ashore, they have to then carry the boat and the boxes all the way through a bunch of obstacles. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. All right, take them ashore right here, and then you got to carry the boat up this little platform along with the chest. Carry that all the way up there. They all chose to carry the chest all the way up to the top first, and then try to pull the boat up afterwards. It's pretty heavy, so they all have to work together. But I mean, most of their team is just a bunch of weak people anyway, so it was a struggle. I gotta tell you, it was a huge struggle. All right. afterwards. Oh, oops. Okay, there we go. Sure. All right. When they get to the top, they open the chest and there's a bunch of puzzle pieces in it, and they have to assemble this puzzle right here. All right. Believe I don't remember who won this. So I think I was zoning out at this point. All right. Oops. The winner right here was the green team with the Asian woman doing the puzzle. I believe I said she was going to be good at puzzles earlier, but yeah, she seems like she's gonna be killing it with puzzles, and that's a valuable asset for a team. So she's probably in a good position because of it. Yeah, but so far the first episode, I'm not invested yet. I don't like the characters that much. Only one standout so far is the black woman, and the team and her team happened to be the ones that ended up going to tribal council. See them here, tribal council, and their basic thinking is the two people that they're deciding between is Zach, I think that's his name, the skinny white dude over here, and Tori, this blonde woman right here. Um, yeah, I think it's because Tori, because they thought she was out looking for an idol, which she was, and him because he failed at the puzzle, and he's pretty weak anyway, so there's no really any reason to keep him around, and they want strength in their team, and he's weak and kind of useless. I mean, the two women are stronger than him, like seriously. All right, but that's it for this episode. Until the next one.